All right, y'all. All right, we are back for another video. And what are we doing tonight? Well, I was enjoying the weather. Hold on one second. I need to take this bathrobe off because I'm starting to get a little warm. All right, so, whoo, y'all. Okay, right, here we go. I'm sorry, I apologize. But I had to blow my nose. And let me get some hand sanitizer. Because I need to feel fresh. Oh, y'all. No, we just, my husband and I just got finished eating. We had turkey sandwich. He had turkey and bacon and on his toast bread. And I didn't have all of that stuff. But I have been... But look, we made it together, but ate it in separate rooms. Does that make sense? But anyway, y'all remember I had purchased this from the Dollar Tree. Let's just do a little bit of a review. I don't like straws because the ice, it gets in the way because I pile a lot of ice in my drinks. And I couldn't put the straw in because I had so much ice in it. And I forgot that was one of the reasons why I don't like straws. But I mean, I would prefer to use a straw, to be honest. But the thing of it is that if this tips over, juice or tea is going to come out. So I love straws, but, you know, unless you have the one that has the alternative, like you have this, but on the other side is a straw and you can flip it open. I mean, that's great. But this does not keep your stuff cold at all. I'm serious. I've been going through ice ever since I started using this. And as much as I don't want to let it go, I'm just, you know, I'm going to keep it, of course. But I am going to go back to using this one. This I got at Target some time ago, and it keeps your stuff cold. It keeps the ice from melting for a long period of time. The big black one that you guys see me use so much, that one is profound. I got that at Walmart and I forgot the name of it, but it keeps your drinks cold for a very, very long time. And it keeps the ice, just like this one, it keeps the ice there for a very long time. I had tea in here. But the thing of it is that the black one outlasts all of them. It really does. And that's what I like about the black one. But the thing of it is, y'all, it is so heavy. I have literally hurt my wrist trying to lift that thing up. I'm telling you the truth. I like to keep my things looking and feeling clean. So the tea stains will irritate me because it looks like dirt. But it's just tea. But that's just me. That's just my hang-ups. You know, if it looks like dirt, then it's dirt, even though it's not dirt. All right, so I'm going to close this up, and this is where my chamomile is going to go when I get up. I don't feel like getting up right now, but in the meantime, I'm just going to finish drinking. And this is Waterloo sparkling water, and it is blackberry, I think. Something like that, mixed with a hint of pink lemonade, the zero sugar. It's good. All it needs is a hint of lemon lime and it would be perfect, but I just forgot to put it in there. So it is what it is. So that is the drink for tonight, and the candle is something that I got for a birthday present. It's Mainstay Sweet Apple, and yes, it does. It smells like a nice green sweet apple. So that's that. And then for my treat, I know you guys are going to say you should devour that, but this is a keto ice cream, salted caramel. and I just eat a quarter. You know, I just eat like about this much. And so this bar lasts me for days. And I usually save this stuff for the weekend, like a really nice treat on the weekend, not during the week. So yeah, I really focus on making sure that what I eat during the week is not the same thing that I eat on the weekend. However, today I did. I had a huge salad with chicken salad on it. And I had tomatoes and black olives and all of the things, right? And the thing of it is, it's hearty, it's healthy. Not hearty, but it's healthy, and it's an awesome light meal, right? But in a very short period of time, you're going to be hungry again because it has no sustenance. There's no starch. There's nothing that's weighty. So I ended up eating a turkey sandwich with Hubs, but I noticed that if I don't get in a certain amount of fats. Now I had my, what do you call that stuff? I ate way too many pork rinds, but it didn't do the trick. It didn't do the trick. So whatever. I put these little bookmarks on here. So I'm really like, man, you know, I don't want to wake up in the middle of the night hungry. You know, so I'm like, man, I can snack on some celery sticks. You know, I don't have any hard-boiled eggs, but I might just do that. I might hard-boil me some eggs. I don't have any ground beef made. All I have is chicken. That's it. I don't have any ground beef made. All right, so that's another video, but so I glued these down and put those in there, and we're going to put washi. So this journal is going to be kind of like a journal that has some little junk stuff in it. All right. I hope that stays on there good. That's why I wanted to fill it out. So this book is so soft. This was a gift to me. This was for my birthday. I'm loving that pen. Looks like a fountain pen to me. And we're going to use a book that needs to be totally pulled apart, because this was on sale for half off on Amazon. So as you guys know, I have already had this book, dismantled it, used some of it, but for half price, I was like, yeah, I'll go and I'll get another one. I like the theme. I like the ladies. I like the color schemes. So I should have bought two, but it's enough. I've already had two. All right, so I'm gonna eat me a 1 net carb. This is so good. A strawberry something. All right, so let's get into how I want to decorate this very first page. This I am not going to be using at all, and so I kind of like, I'm going to tear that out. So you guys are like, why is she using a A5? I thought you were done with A5s. Well, this was a gift. So that means that is not going to necessarily be what I would have chosen, but I am grateful for it. So I have an extra A5. This A5 is not going to go on the shelf. There's no room for it on the shelf. Well, wait a minute. Actually, it is. There's room for it on the shelf, but all right. Let's get some stuff from the project box, because y'all, I am really, really trying to clear out this project box where it is completely empty. And, you know, I just want to be done with it. Y'all, if you guys are familiar with Lori Dean plans, please plead the blood of Jesus over her. Please pray her healing. Because she announced on her channel, you know, what is going on with her. There is, I mean, I guess I can repeat it because she said it publicly, but she has a tumor in her brain. I know someone who has a tumor in their brain, and they have went through, I mean, bloody hell over it. You know, it's scary. And they're married. Both of these ladies that I know of, they are both married. And it is just no joke. And Lori was talking about, you know, how she would be forgetful. And she would just say, oh, it's just me being old. No. My husband says that a lot. It's just me being old. It's just him being old. And I say, you know what, babe? No, sir. No, sir, mister. That is not the case. It has nothing to do with you being old. That's what I would say to him. There's a problem that needs to be addressed. Simple as that, regardless of what your age is. Okay, so I put that there just in case it did any damage to the signature. These pages cannot be done with, you know what I'm saying, a Dutch door. So I'm glad to see that you guys liked my Dutch doors. I'm glad to see, I mean, you know, we're all like Jazzy said, we're hard on ourselves. So what you might like, I might not like, you know. Okay. What I want to do, okay, is I want to put this up here. So let's get the scissors. I don't want this to be a super duper long video, so I am going to try to move quickly. But, you know, a lot of the women that I am subscribed to that do this stuff, their videos are not 30 minutes all the time. I mean, seriously, they take their time. You know, because I mean, you don't want a project, honestly, that you've rushed through, you know, because you're having anxiety that people are like, oh my God, it's taking too long, you know. And I also want to welcome everyone. If you are new, my name is Pamela, and those that are very close to me call me Pammy, and P-A-M-I, by the way. Shout out to my sweet sister Jazz, who calls me Pammy. I don't look like a Pammy though. I don't. I think my name should be something different. I really don't feel like my name suits me or looks like, or my face looks like someone who would be named Pamela. My mother had, my biological mother was going to name me, oh, you know what, I actually like that better than that, but whatever, Cheyenne. And it's like, why didn't you name me Cheyenne? What a beautiful name. And she was like, no, I ended up wanting to name you China. And I said, China, really? Really now? Seriously. And she was like, yeah. And I was like, well, how are you going to spell it? Oh, the standard way. I can't imitate her anymore. But I was like, oh, I didn't like that. I don't like China. But, okay, so that turned out good. All right, so I just need that to stay down. So yeah, she was going to name me China. Okay. So yeah, so this channel is just Pamela Making Memories, and I'm just sharing a piece of myself with you. You know, like the Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit, they share pieces. The Lord shares pieces of himself with us. So I am going to share pieces of me with you. I like that little concept. But anyhow, all right, there we go. I should have got that board for that. But anyway, so in this channel, on this channel, I just share with you, I think it's vlog style in a way, because I do my wellness. I share my wellness journey with you. I share cooking with you, what I cook for my husband and all that other kind of stuff. And it's cooking in a style that is unique, that caters to me and what I like and what I have to work with. And, you know, I don't have the big fancy kitchen, you know, like everybody with a big, huge mega kitchen. I don't have that. All right. Let's see here. And I also share, which is the most important aspect of my channel, is my devotionals, you know, because that's where we get nitty gritty with God, and we get some healing, and we get things moving and grooving. But you will see that there are created playlists that I made just for you on each of the different topics of things that I do. I categorize everything. So you won't have to be just looking. You pick what you like and you can look in that playlist. And there's over 800 videos. But most of them are public, but there are some that are not public. And it's not because it's anything that's really private. It's just like, maybe someone who was in the video don't want their face shown. Or maybe I didn't like the way I sounded, you know. That type of thing. But I just turned 57 on the 3rd of September. Yay! Let's see, what else? I've been married, will be 25 years, October the 6th. I am a complete beach nut. I love beach in the wintertime. I love peace, quiet, serenity, tranquility. I don't like crowds. I don't like a lot of people. I don't like my space invaded. I have OCD. I'm mixed bipolar. I love the Lord with my whole heart. And I know that I am fearfully and wonderfully made despite the flaws. Let's see. What else? I never intended for this channel to be what it is. It just happened. God gave the increase of me just being myself. Just myself, you know? When did I ever think that being myself was ever good enough, you know? All right, so I'm liking how this is, but I'm trying to figure out what I would want on this side. We're going to have to do layers. All right, cool. But we're going to cut this down a little bit. So yeah, so I never intended for my channel to be what it is. I am grateful for every single subscriber. This is a channel that is all about positivity. I don't do the negativity thing. I don't need critics. Had enough of that in my life. And I don't need, you know, well, you should do that, and you should do that, and why don't you do that? You know, that's not me. And I'm definitely not about the negativity and the trolling and stuff. And what I do in situations where if I feel like I'm trolled or just somebody's just nitpicking on me, I don't feed into it. You know, I might give back a response, but then I end up deleting it. I just delete. You know, somebody showed me that because they had gotten all kind of crap on their channel and they were like, I'm not going to feed into it. You know, I'm just going to ignore it. They bam, my viewers aren't exposed to their negativity and I just erased you. So it's like, don't even bother, you know, because I can't deal with it. You know, I am too old and too worn out to deal with a bunch of foolishness. Now, there are definitely people that are like in my circle, people that I've talked on the cell phone with, that I've texted with, people that I have emailed and have emailed me, where we have communicated with each other. And all of you, you know who you are. So those people, yeah, if they feel that I did something wrong or that I might need to learn something, they know they can email me and say, hey, I saw this particular video and I was feeling some type of way about it, and maybe we can talk about, you know, blah blah blah. And then I am open for that. I am open for that. You know, that's different. That's friends. That's your YouTube family looking out for you, you know, and stuff like that. So all of you, y'all know who you are. So if you see something that it bothers you or vexes your spirit, email me, text me, call me. We can talk about it, and I will fix it and make it right. Absolutely. And I take no offense. I appreciate the fact that you took the time to email me to let me know that something I said offended you, you know, or did not sit right with you. So yeah, if you have my email address or my cell phone number, yeah, you know that we're rolling. We're rolling. Let me see, what does this say, y'all? It says, name a work or social achievement that you're proud of. I'm going to flip it over. That's why. Do you have one? Name a work or social achievement that you're proud of. I would say the social achievement that I'm proud of is YouTube. You know, I mean, that's it right there. So there we go. Let's put that straight. So we have moments of gratitude. And so let's see, what does this say? Think of a talent or skill you possess and how has it benefited you and others? I have the gift of gab. Okay. I have been a teacher. I have been a counselor. I have been a speaker, like on a pulpit type. I have also been a legal assistant. I have also been a private investigator. I have done a lot of different jobs. I've had a lot of different jobs. I used to be a technician at Pearl Vision Center where I fix your glasses for you. Type stuff. So I've done some stuff. I've been to college. Went to college in Maryland. I went to college in North Carolina. All that kind of stuff. I used to model. Oh, I was young and thin. But even then, I wasn't good enough for myself, you know. So I've done some things. So I can honestly say that, you know, that answers that question. But a talent that or skill that I possess, I'm definitely going to do the gift of gab, because I was heavily involved in drama, theatrics, you know, as when I was young and as an adult in school, outside of school, you know, I thought I was going to go to Hollywood, you know. So I would say anything where I'm vocalizing, you know, seems to be where my gift is. That's my personal opinion. Let's say, think of a recent moment when you felt at peace. I feel at peace right now. But I would say recently when I'm sitting out on my deck and it's cold outside and I'm talking to the Lord and it's just me and him, I'm at peace like you can't believe. All right, I gotta fix my leg, y'all. Okay, I have health issues. I have arthritis. I deal with arthritis. I deal with different types of health issues. I don't like to say I have it. I like to say I deal with it, because one time I was praying, and it's a long story. I'm not going to get into it, but the Lord just showed me, you know, like, stop saying I got this and I got that. I'm dealing with OCD. I'm dealing with mixed bipolar. I'm dealing with social anxiety disorder. I'm dealing with arthritis, you know, and I love using that term. So it's just, I just like it, you know, I just like it. All right, let me scoot back, y'all. My knee is hurting. Oh my gosh, it is hurting. Okay, I'm going to leave it down. Woo, Lord have mercy. All right, Lord. Okay, I might have to pause this and go pray. I'm serious. I might have to pause this video and go pray, because my knee is like, oh, it's hurting. Okay. Woo. I'm like, what is wrong with you? Like, get it together. All right. I know the problem is this stool that I bought is too big under this desk. And I would have to pull the desk out from against the wall for my leg to stay elevated and hang out on there. And that's the problem, is this step stool is too, you know, it's like, it's storage, right? But it's a stool. I say step stool, but you see that? And so what I do is you take the lid off and you have a storage. But the thing of it is that I'm not good at math. I am not good at math. So when I say to you that I don't know what size to get or what measurements I needed, I mean, I used my little trash can as a guide. And this is my trash can that I keep in the bedroom. And I used it as a guide. And I said, okay, so this step stool, storage stool, whatever you want to call it, is just a little bit bigger and a little bit taller. I said, that shouldn't make that much of a difference. But y'all, it made that much of a difference. And so I kind of regret getting it, but I kind of don't. So I'm just going to have to move things around. And I wish I could get it to stop aching. All right, so let's move on. All right, so let's see. Who is someone that you've lost that you're grateful to have known? Mildred B. Montgomery, the lady that I knew as Granny, G-R-A-N-I. She was my granny. Who in your community makes your day-to-day life better? A lady named Sharon, the lady that you guys know is a friend, the only female friend that I have. And when I say female friend, I don't mean like that lives near me, that's in my physical circle. It took a lot for her to get in, for me to open the door. And the door is not like 100% open because I have trust issues. But I have to say that when God puts someone in your life, you know that, hey, this is legit. This is something that I better receive, you know? And it's like, I'm not saying that I can talk to her about everything and anything, because it's not like that. But we just enjoy each other's company. And that's what's like so priceless. Okay, so I'm thinking, all right, what else can we do that would be brown on this side? And I'm like, I don't think there's anything in this little book that I want to work. Oh yeah, I forgot about this. So yeah, y'all, that's a little bit of a rundown about me. I am making some changes to my channel in the faith department, and I'm also making some changes on my channel in the handbag department. So yeah, it's time to make some changes. And let's see, yep, you can still see. And I'm looking forward to it. As far as my wellness goes and ASMR, that is, I don't do the ASMR anymore, but if someone were to ask me, you know, I might seriously consider it. It depends on what it is. Okay, y'all, so we need to move this. This was a mistake. Oh man, this was a mistake. I shouldn't have put that there. So, okay, we got it. I was going to pour out the undo if this did not come up. All right, so I'm going to put this here like so. I had a lady friend of mine, Miss Jeannie, used to always do that. She had this beautiful accent, and she'd always say, like so, like so. All right, so this is kind of crooked, but I'm going to get it on here. Okay, so there we go. That looks so much better. And, all right, I am thinking I'm thinking, y'all, that might not have been the greatest idea. Let me check and see here if I have anything else that would be considered outdoors. Nope, nothing. This is the only page that's outdoory. Outdoory. I would have loved for that to be on top. All right, so we just gonna do it. We're just gonna do it. And I guess right there would have to work. Okay, so yeah, so that's really it. I'm into journaling, junk journaling, light paper crafting. I'm not into the heavy stuff like, you know, Posh Paper Lady or even scrapbooking with me. I don't mind making a few tags and snippets here and there, but I really don't get into that too much. I would love to, because I really, really want a $400 sewing machine, which to me is ridiculous, because it's just unnecessary. I don't know. Don't you hate it when there is something that you want that you know you do not need? All right, this is going to go, and this is going to go. You know you don't need it, right? But for some reason, you want it, and you think about it. And I really want to learn how to master using a sewing machine. So it is what it is. I don't know if you guys can if you notice it or not, but tonight I am a little bit wired, and I don't know why. Honestly, it is one of the things that happens when you're mixed bipolar. You can, you know, just get kind of hyper, and you don't know why. It's like all of a sudden you have this energy, and I don't like that. And you just have this energy, and you're like, where is this coming from? And you're like, I need to shut up. I need to go lay down, or I need to go walking or something, you know, because I need to burn off this all of a sudden unexpected energy. The good thing is I'm not having heart palpitations. I'm not feeling anxious, you know, in a bad way. I'm just a little hyper talkative right now, and I don't like it. So whatever better way to get rid of it, you know, than to just make a video. All right, I'm still not liking this. All right, so that is what is going on with me. So if I am talking too fast for you, and I do seem a little bit too hyper, I understand. I totally understand. You know, I am so far from perfect. What can I put here? I'm definitely going to put something there, but I just don't know what. All right, what if I pulled this off, put it down right there? Okay, and now in situations like this, y'all, I used to have, this won't work. What do you call it? Oxytocin. I'm not having any negative feelings, so my doctor would be like, there's no reason for you to take oxytocin. You're just having a hyper bipolar moment. But it's not negative. You know, my husband is in his room. I'm in my room. I'm not going to go in there and disturb him. You know, keep my hyperness between us. You know, just because I'm hyper or having a bipolar moment doesn't mean I have lost my senses and don't know what to do. All right. But yeah, this is an example, and If this was a negative, if I was feeling negativity, I would take oxytocin, but I'm all out of it. But since that's not the case, there would be no reason for me to take it except just to calm down, you know. But I'm being productive in a positive way, so I'm not going to worry about it. Let's just see here what we can do. Brush. All right. So this is just what I feel like doing. I don't know what I'm going to put on this side just yet. And I got to figure it out because this is an outdoor scene. And I think this is probably where I would just like brush letter my name or something. And I'll just use black since it's the first thing I grabbed. And I could put Pamela's writing. Pamela writes. I could do Pamela writes, or I could do the big J and put Pamela's journal. I was gonna say I could put Pamela writing, but we're just gonna go ahead and do journal. All right, so that's gonna have to do it. And I need to practice my brush lettering. You guys, I can tell when, but this Tombow is getting dried out, but I can tell when my brush lettering is fading, or you know, my technique I'm losing because I don't do it. I used to do this so much. Remember when Judy from JLB Crafts was with us? You know, I used to practice it faithfully. And I mean faithfully, but, you know, things change, people change, and she stopped uploading, so, let's see. What about these little swans? I'm going to put these right here. But this might not stay, y'all. This might not stay. Let's see. I have to put some serious pressure on it. Where is this little thing? I don't even think a true bone folder would be able to get this down. But, okay. That's cool. That's cool. Now, what I could do is, and I don't feel like looking for it, but I have a blue pen. Oh, wow. I really wanted to. Okay. I really wanted to do this. So yeah, guys, that's really what's going on. That is what my channel is. It's just me just being truthful and raw with everyone. And I never thought that I would reach 701 subscribers. Most people, I cannot see who my subscribers are. I don't know what you're liking, why you're here. I don't know what your interests are or anything of that nature. But then there are some of you who I see because you choose to allow me to see who you are. I used to be that way where everyone can see who I'm subscribed to. and you would know that I subscribe to your channel, but I decided to hide it. I have not unsubscribed from anybody. Like that, you know, in that nature. Just, you know, it was just me. Except that this one's going to be different. Okay. Wow, that skipped real bad. All right, but yeah, so I understand, I get it, but there's a lot of people that I don't know who they are. You know, right here we have a problem. But I'm just glad you're here. I don't have to know who you are. I'm just glad you're here and that you found something, you know. All right, so that is the end of that page, and I really want to go on, but you guys, my ice cream is melting. Look at that. And that makes it easier for me. Because that's going back in the freezer. I don't care who you are. That's going back in the freezer. All right. So the only thing I'm going to keep, and I'm going to do this off camera because I don't want to keep you guys too long. I'm just letting you know, y'all, that this is good therapy for me. And I'll be honest with you. This is an outlet for me. Okay? This is an outlet for me. This is an opportunity for me to express myself. And I don't like to look at my videos because I don't like the sound of my voice. For those of you who don't know, I did have damage to my vocal cords. It's some type of condition called muscular trophy, something like that. And I don't have the voice that I used to have. And it is like daily I have to accept what I cannot change and not let it hinder me from being who I am. So I'm always having something to drink. I have coughing fits, coughing spells, but they're usually at night, so they don't bother anybody. And I noticed that after I got over my first bout of COVID, that my voice got kind of scratchy. Even more so. The second time I had COVID, it got worse. Then I got RSV, and then it was like, okay, I told my husband, if you bring another disease into this house, you're done. Because I was like, I don't think my body could handle another disease. You know, COVID twice, then RSV, and it's like, you know, you better take me out. Like, out of this world. But anyway, that is it for tonight, y'all. Stay tuned, and I will definitely share with you some more projects. I am looking forward to decorating this book. I'm looking forward to making it kind of junk journal-y in a way. You know, just like adding tip-ins. I shouldn't say junk journal, but just adding in tip-ins with different things, you know. And I think that these little cards are like excellent. You know, recall a time someone was patient with you. Think of someone who had a positive impact on your life. Think about a recent time when you felt connected to something larger than yourself. Wow, these are really, really, really deep, thought-provoking questions. All right, y'all, so that's it for now. Bye. Okay, guys, before we start this video, this is me from the future coming in front of the video. I forgot to mention that I finally made my decision that my new subscription is going to be to Sterling Ink. It is perfect. It has nothing but stickers, and it's only $35 a month for the full kit, free shipping. I cannot get a better deal than that. $35 a month? Really? Are you kidding me? So this is wonderful. I'm so grateful. I've always loved Sterling ink, and I especially love the new paper that they have. So I'm going to go ahead and take that chance. I'm doing it through PayPal so I can feel comfortable, you know, about my security and whatnot. So I look forward to sharing that with you guys, because I have told y'all, and for those who don't know, I never wanted to have a subscription. I was always against subscriptions. I don't want anyone having the access to automatically take money out of my account, you know, blah, 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 unless it's like, you know, mortgage and car insurance, stuff that are vital. But I was against it. And then one day I fell in love with Planners Anonymous, and then I fell in love with Plannything. But because of tariffs, you know, I had to end my subscription with Plannything. I also did end my subscription with Planners Anonymous, and I missed them both so much. But I have enough of their stuff where I'm good. I got a good stash. You know, if I never get another Plannything or never get another Planners Anonymous thing or item, it's okay, you know. But I just felt like now I have no subscriptions, back to the old me, but now I miss it. So I've been trying to find who I could go to that could give me everything I want and then some, or the majority of what I want, you know. And Sterling ink came through. That was perfect. It just popped in my head. Like, when is the last time that you have checked out Sterling ink? You know, so I checked them out, and to my surprise, I got exactly what I wanted. They also have a deluxe kit that's $50 a month, and that too is free shipping if you're here in the United States. I don't even know what's in the deluxe kit, but I was so impressed with the full kit that, and the price range was reasonable. So I look forward to sharing it with you when I get my first kit. You know, I will film it and we'll go through it together. So let's start the video.